Alright. Hopefully, internet stays up for a little while longer. Oh, this way. Not entirely sure when it cut out, but cut out it did. So what we're going to do is I am going to go ahead and take my... Hey, Scythe. How's your day going? But I'm going to go ahead and... First things first, I'm going to put a torch in here. Because I meant to do that forever ago and forgot. There we go. Okay. I had already said I was streaming till 9, and the internet was like, "You're doing what?" Says who? And you know, normally it only acts up like that whenever it rains. That's good to hear, man. And technically it did rain today, but it was literally just like one of those little bitty pop-up showers. Like, the sun was still out. So I don't know, unless it's like come back and it's still raining. Don't know. Oh. But either way, I want to get the top of this hill taken care of. Because, like, figuring out exactly how I want to design it, I can do in my own time. But I kind of like you guys being here for the... Yeah. We're still working on getting the house, like, fixed up. As a matter of fact, whenever I get through... Did I... Okay, no, I'm still on the same level. Cool, cool, cool. Whenever I get through streaming, we're probably going to... Well, I'm going to eat my dinner real quick, because I only ate half of it before I started streaming originally. But, after that, we're probably going to head back over to the house and finish putting in the flooring. We got the majority of the flooring in the living room done. We still need to order flooring for the rest of the house, but I think the majority of it, it should be pretty quick because I think it's in stock at our local lumber yard. Or, not lumber yard because it's their hardware section. It's not the lumber section because I don't know if y'all have seen the price of lumber lately, but that shit is ridiculous. Just ask any crotchety old man anywhere and they will tell you, "Hey, Mr. Blood. What's up, man? What you need help with?" Also, glad to see you back. Haven't seen you in a minute. Scythe pops in and says hi every now and then. Don't worry, one day I will have good internet where you guys can pop in and join me, because like I said, that is the kind of thing I am looking forward to the most, is just like being able to have a full-on community in Minecraft. Like, God, I miss our Java world so much, because just popping in and seeing what Tope had worked on. But I've almost gotten to where I don't really do any gaming until, like, it's time to stream, so haven't really had a chance to play. Oh, aside from, like, I'll stay on, like, the Minecraft server a little bit longer if I'm trying to finish something up or if I'm trying to figure something out. Like, whenever I was trying to figure out how to go about doing our temple, I stayed on the server for a little bit just to kind of figure some stuff out, go ahead and work on, well, mainly this section of it, because I know not everybody's into terraforming. But, I personally really enjoy it. Dang, it's so bright over at Drew's place. I don't know if he is still on the server, because he was AFK. Or he said he was going to stay AFK for a little while. He wasn't going to start his stream back up. Anyways, let's fill that gap in. Just to be on the safe side. If you can't tell, zombies have had a field day with my door. But anyways, what's up, Mr. Blood? Tell me what you need help with, dude. Hello, Athena. Do you have your ball? You sure do. Athena, why do you have all of your toys piled up right there? Huh? She's got two balls, a bone, and her squeaky, and you're laying on your rope. You're a mess. You're a mess, child. It's literally like watching a toddler, like, strow out all their toys. Oh, but yeah, the flooring for the rest of the house, we just need to go to the actual, hardware store in town, and, place the order and have a delivery scheduled. We did hold off just because, and now she's throwing all of her toys on the floor too. Lovely. Um, just because we're still not finished with the living room because we had some issues where we needed like boards to dry because, like I've said before, we're reusing all the trim and crown molding because, again, wood's expensive. Like, we will buy pieces if we have to, like we're probably gonna have to buy some for the bathroom, but the majority of it, if we can salvage it, we're gonna use it. So it had to be, whenever we pulled them off the wall originally, some parts of it may have broke off a little bit. I'll get rid of the dirt real quick. Yeah. Put it up properly, otherwise I'll just get mad at myself. But, some parts of it broke off, and I had never gotten around to, like, repairing them until recently. Like, it just kind of slipped my brain that they needed to be repaired. So, we had to wait on those to repair, like, for those to fully set, and then we were able to get the baseboards in the living room put down. And now we've got to do the same thing in... I need to go heal this thing up. But we need to go do the same thing in the hallway, and then we'll have, like, a clear landing pad to bring the flooring in, because it's one of those situations of it cannot sit for too long the wrong way or it'll get a crease. Because what we're going to go with in the rest of the house is sheet vinyl, which is extremely cheap, not that durable, but it's the best we can do in a pinch, and it actually, surprisingly, like, the one sample we brought home just to kind of get a feel of how it would do on the concrete, because Drew just wanted to see, like, how it would feel standing on it on the concrete and if it would be okay. Because it's not something that you can really put any kind of underlay aside from plywood down. It's got to have a very sturdy underlay. We can't just use the foam board we were using in the rest of the house, or in the living room in the hallway. But, we brought it home. We only brought home one sample. It was just like a random sample dude had pulled out. Because we had asked about, one of the sheet vinyls that didn't have a price on it. And he was like, oh, we don't carry that one anymore. And he, stumbled through, like, his little box of samples and pulled out the sample he ended up giving us. And was like, we replaced that one with this one. And y'all, it is so close of a match to the flooring we already have for the living room and the hallway that it's kind of scary for me how closely it matches. It's definitely like a sign. Like, if there was any form of show me a sign in real life, it's this flooring matching so perfectly. Like, we're still gonna have to get transition strips just because, like, it's not 100% match, it's just a very, very good match. And also, it's sheet vinyl compared to, like, a really good vinyl plank. So it's got a pretty decent, like, height difference in it. So we're gonna have to get a transition strip so that way we don't have any, like, weird gapping or, you know, toe stubbing situations. Because stubbing a toe with this particular kind of plank could actually just pull the whole plank up. Because it's just loose lay, which it uses, like, the pressure of the boards sitting against each other to actually... Where did my boat go? It's on the other side, isn't it? It uses the pressure of, like, the rubber grips on the bottom and it butting up against other boards to actually hold it in place. There's the boat. So it's got to be fully covered on all sides. So, anyways, But since we're going with sheet vinyl, it's something that when we move it in, it has to be carried in carefully and it has to be set down carefully and preferably laid almost immediately, because if you let it sit for too long, it'll settle and it can develop a crease, which will not look right whenever we get back into actually living in the house, or whenever we get to living in the house. Like, it would look unnatural, pretty much. Alright. Listen to the loud machine while I refill my tools. So yeah, that's the main holdup, is getting the floors done, because we've almost got the living room completely done. I need to paint the door trims and the ceiling trim, but those aren't, like, super duper necessary at the moment. Like, if need be, I can throw them things back up. Not gonna hurt my feelings any. But we needed to get the living room fully done so that way we have somewhere to move everything else back. Hi, Joseph. How's your day going? Don't mind me, I'm just rambling about home repair while we sit next to the Guardian farm. Oh, but yeah, I ended up keeping a lot of stuff that was my grandparents' and my mom's. So we've got a lot of stuff stocked up in the house. Some of it does need to be, like, thrown out. Some of it I kept kind of as a, like, I don't know if I need to keep this, like, old documents and stuff, so it's kind of all piled up, so we can't get to the other rooms until we get the living room done, because the living room was the most... I don't have a server address, my dude, but... Let me see, do I have accesses today? If you send me a gamer tag, I can send you an invite. But yeah, so once we get the living room completely done, we can start moving things back into the living room and out of the rest of the rooms. Because the goal is to be moved in. You know, I was saying before the end of the year, but I'm kind of hopeful now that we could get moved in before Halloween. Which would be... Aw, Joseph, you're so funny! But, it would be kind of cool to spend, like, Halloween at the house. I haven't had a Halloween in that house since Drew and I first started dating. That was over 6 years ago. Alright. As soon as the shovel is full up, we can go back to dismantling Mother Earth. Or Mojang Earth. Yeah, Joseph, I've already told you the conditions for joining. You gotta send me a gamer tag, my dude. I'm not sending you a server address. I'm not sending you an IP. I'm almost 30 years old, sweet pea. I was born in the morning, but not this morning. Oh, but yeah, so I'm hopeful we can get the house done pretty soon. Hi. Drew.
Oh.
You sound very far away.
What?
You sound very far away. It may be because I'm standing next to this guy, though. Also, somebody wants me to send the IP so they can join.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, joining's like impossible, though.
Oh, I know. It's kind of just the fact that I gave the parameters and they asked for IP that's got me amused. Just for clarification, we are on a LAN connection. Nobody is joining unless you are sitting in my living room. And if you are sitting in my living room, I am very concerned. For one, where are you set up? Because the only computer in the living room is Drew's computer. But also, the only way to add
You
anybody,
want
even
a
if you want to
god
play...
bow?
Do what?
Would you like a god bow?
No. I stick with my sword. Thank you, though.
Yeah, not a problem.
But yeah, if you want to join, we are on a LAN connection. I will let people try and join the entire stream until I end the stream if you want to. My only condition is you have to send me a gamer tag so I can add you and send you a link or send you an invite in-game. We are playing Bedrock Edition, but again, unless you're in my living room, highly unlikely that you'll be able to join. Although I guess you could be in my yard. I guess the signal would reach that far. Shoot, you could probably be at my dad's house and reach it. I can still connect to the Wi-Fi from my dad's house. Then again, he lives, like, super close. That is one thing that kind of held me back from wanting to move into the house, because it is 5 minutes down the road. But it's still 5 minutes down the road. Because, like, where we live right now, my grandpa is almost directly next to me. My dad's house is in front of us, and then my brother's house is, like, on the other side of my grandpa's garden. So I can see and walk to my brother's house, no problem, easy peasy. So, you know, kinda still want to be, like, right next to those guys. Part of it's because, you know, they're my family and I'm nosy and I want to know what they're doing. But part of it's also just, like, I worry sometimes that, like, if I move off, they'll forget about me. Because I've talked before about how we're really bad about planning things. My brother will let me know that we're doing something an hour, 2 hours, or right before we are doing a thing. We do not plan. We are really bad at planning. We've tried planning before, and it worked. But we didn't stick to it. We're bad at the actually sticking to it part, so... I'm kind of worried that, like, I'll just get left out of family get-togethers and stuff. I know it's probably, like, an unrealistic fear, because my stepmom's not going to forget me. I already know. This woman remembers to text my cousin and make sure he's coming to events. She's not going to forget to message me. Oh, wait. Let's get on out of here before any more of them boys spawn. I think one of them was literally spawning and going up the chute as I was saying that. Anywho, let's go get in a bed. Athena, did you just knock another one of your toys off, bub? She did. She knocked another one of her toys off. She might be getting upset because it's almost time that I would normally be ending the stream. And for her, that means she gets to go outside. Oh, come on, keep walking. My keyboard's doing that thing again where it doesn't want to cooperate for me. Right now is a really bad time for it to do that. I really don't want to end the stream on another creeper explosion. Speak of the devil. Oh, but yeah, or she, rather, is sitting on the bed behind me whining right now. And it's not getting any better, probably because I even said the word outside. And she's just like, but, I need to. I think I figured out why she prefers me taking her out, because I have a habit of giving her 2 cookies. It's not actual cookies, it's her dog treats, but I just call them cookies. I have a habit of giving her 2. If she lets me know she needs to go to the bathroom, doesn't act completely crazy, and actually goes to the bathroom. She's getting very... She's getting very vocal with me right now. Hi, Athena. It's not time yet, Bubba. Mama got a late start today. She doesn't understand that, though. There are so many creepers out and about today. I know. You can go tell Daddy, though. No. What's up, Bubba? Your doggo is very upset with me.
But why?
Because it's normally time for her to go outside, and I'm still talking to the nothingness in front of me. She doesn't understand what we're doing, but she understands that I'm should be done by now, you know? She's like throwing a tantrum like a little kid, like throwing her toys and whining at me. I love you, Bubba. What? I don't have anything. I need to get some of this stuff out of my inventory. We will place the beacon somewhere. That's another thing I need to find a space for. There we go. Let's put all your toys back on the bed. There you go. Okay. Let me go ahead and hurry and try and get some of this stuff done. I love this dog so much. Oh my god. She put her squeaker toy on my desk. Or not on my desk, on my computer. Okay. He picked up a dirt block. So now he can't despawn. And he was just sitting there dying. You gotta love zombies. They're such an intelligent mob. Almost as intelligent as these cows that have just decided to come up to the top of the thing. Alright. I might not be able to get all of this done, but I will try to get the majority of it done at the very least. Whatever I can't get done, I can do next time, or I can get done in my own time, whichever one happens first. I don't know if the second one's actually going to happen, because like I said, I don't really do too much gaming anymore, except for when I'm streaming, because that's kind of when the time I've set aside for actually playing my games is the stream time. So the rest of my time is usually filled up by something. Like I said, whenever we get done, I really want to go over to the house and get some more work done, because we are so close to being done with the living room. It's like technically the living room could be done. I think the only things that are missing, aside from the ceiling trim, because that one's not super duper important. We've lived in our current house without ceiling trim for 6 years. So, not the end of the world not to have it. It does look ugly. Well, in this particular instance, because you can see, like, bits of insulation. Just, you know, product of an old home. But not the end of the world. Okay. Get that done. But I think the only things left to do is run silicone. Around the baseboards, just as an extra layer of security. Because like I said, these boards are held in by pressure and friction. So if we have any kind of gaps or anything, they can come loose. And it would suck to have spent all this time trying to figure out how to deal with them. And then, let's say 5 months from now, we're living in the house and boards keep popping up. So we're trying that method. It might not be like the end-all be-all for fixing that problem, but we'll see. Neither of us are professional contractors or anything like that, so we're just kind of doing this by the seat of our pants, seeing what works. And another reason I want to use the silicone is to like give a extra layer of security because, like I said, the baseboards we're using are ones that we repurposed that were currently in the house, that were already in those exact same locations. Because whenever we took them up, I wrote an L for living room or an H for hallway, depending on which room it was, and a number on the wall and on the baseboard so that way we could place them back in exactly the place we got them from. But, anyways, sorry, I was trying to focus to make sure I didn't hit the stone too much because I don't want to waste the durability on my shovel. It is a magical shovel that can do magical things, but it's also very, very quick to wear down, which is part of the reason why I had switched over to the iron shovels. I was just like, I'll just do it this way, but this is so much quicker. I just didn't want to have to keep going back to the Guardian farm. But I think even going over to the Guardian farm, this is still quicker. Only thing is I have to keep a good eye on it to make sure I'm not running out my durability too quickly. Because I will be so mad at myself as this thing breaks. Oh, but yeah. The time in between us taking down the boards and getting them put back on has given them enough time for warping. So there's some gaps and stuff going on. So to alleviate that, we're running the silicone along seams, smoothing it obviously, and along the base, and then we're going to run another line along the top to try and keep like any gaps from becoming like a dust magnet in the future. Because like one of my biggest concerns is like any gaps just being a space where, not you, where dust and debris can get stuck when I'm cleaning. So we're going to run silicone along it, smooth it, all that good stuff. But I think that's really the only things left in the living room. The hallway, like I said, we've got to move our record player, a bookshelf, and our washing machine out of there. Drew had wanted to move the washing machine into the washroom, but I told him it would probably be a better idea to wait until we have, for one, we've still got to remove the old flooring that was in there. Because like I've said before, we broke our oh, I'm pretty sure it's got like a technical term, but a floor scraper or a straight hoe, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure the one we were using was a straight hoe because it was in my grandpa's tool shed. But we broke that one, removing all of the kitchen flooring. So haven't removed the washroom flooring yet, but it should just pop up same as the kitchen flooring was. It was the exact same flooring. It was like an old school stick tile, like peel and stick tile. Kind of a pain, crumbles because it's older than I am, but comes up relatively easily with a sharp blade or some kind of straight edge to like pry underneath it. Like I said, this shovel does not last very long at all. But it's okay. It's not that far to the Guardian farm. It would be even shorter if I used my elytra, but eh. Walking gives me time to ramble. Rambling is one of my things. I have two modes. I am either silent or rambling. So, you know. Since we're not doing one of those no commentary long plays, at the moment I have given them thought, like especially if I ever have like, if I ever get sick, I would probably do like, because I still would want to do my gameplay. Because like I said, this is mostly just like therapy for me. It's significantly cheaper than therapy too. But I would probably just, because I can do just regular recordings on Streamlabs as well. I don't have to go live. I would probably just do the exact same thing I'm doing now in recording format. Where is my boat? It's over there. One day I'll remember it's over the hill and far away. But, I would probably just do like a quiet, like, long play. Because I personally find those actually pretty relaxing. I would definitely have to... No, actually, for those, you don't even need background music because it's just the natural gameplay. You play in peaceful, so there's no mob noises. Oh, shoot. There we go. You know, I've said I was rambling, and I wasn't kidding when I said I was rambling, but the problem is I don't remember what I was rambling about initially. I know I was talking about moving stuff out of the hallway. Washer. Washer! Okay. So for the washer, we still have to remove the flooring in there, in the washroom. Plus, there's a deep freeze that my grandpa had bought, like, probably 10 plus years ago at this point. It's a big stand-up, like, fridge-style deep freeze that we're gonna have to work around, and we've got to move the flooring, or, like, place the flooring in there before we can put anything else on there. So I told him we should just hold off on putting any other furniture in there since we've already got one big item to try and work around. And with the, like, surely they got it in there somehow. They had to have, because it's in the room. But the only option we would have would be moving it onto the carport. And I personally don't feel like trying to move the deep freeze and the washing machine, trying to work around both of them while trying to lay down flooring at the same time. Not that it would be that big a deal, because, like, once we do have, like, a pathway to put down the sheet vinyl, it's a matter of just, like, glue around the edges, some glue down the middle in a couple of spots just to hold it in place, and then you just roll it out, keeping it as smooth and as flat as you can so that there's no bulging, there's no wrinkles, that kind of thing. And then you just place your trim back over it. So, the washer is going to stay in the living room for a little while. Probably a weird spot for it, but it'll be okay. We've worked around weirder things. Yeah. So, we gotta move those 3 things out of the hallway. I need to... Actually, I might go ahead and do this tonight when we go back. But I need to glue any broken pieces from the hallway trim back together. Go ahead and get them set down with some grips. Let them do their thing, because we can always put the siding on tomorrow. But I'm thinking we could get all of the flooring laid in there tonight. Because, like, it's... Y'all, it lines up so perfectly. We don't have to do any cuts for the majority of the hallway. It literally just... It's 3 of these planks wide. I mean, obviously we're going to have to make some cuts once we reach the end of the hallway. But at the moment, it's like smooth sailing. All we'll have to do is make sure everything is lined up, no gaps. The foam we have that we put down as a barrier between the concrete and the loose lay has a silver backing on it, so we have to make sure we don't see any silver through it. Or at least not a whole lot of silver. Because, like, I can handle a little bit, but I want to make sure there's not too many gaps just in case, because we do have animals. And, like I've said before, me and Drew are not the most, meat people in the world. So, whenever it comes time to cleaning, I want to make sure there's no gaps where water or cleaning fluid can get, like, in between the planks. And, you know, we'll make it work. I've already told Drew, if worse comes to worse, I'll buy a bottle of super glue. I don't care how tacky it is, I will do it. If it works, it works. I will probably... If we ever have to replace that flooring, I would be so mad at myself. But I'm thinking doing that would also give us a little bit of extra security on it. I could be completely wrong. It probably just is a way to tear up my floors. But I don't know, I'm thinking of it as like an extra little bit of seal plus a little bit of hold between the tiles. I'm only reserving that as like a last shoot, what word am I looking for? Last resort. That's the word. Resort. Last resort. Like, we have no other choices. We're not getting it to line up. It's not going flush. So we'll see. Hopefully everything works out. But so far, those tiles have given us a little bit of a pain. But other than like just not wanting to sit flush, and some of that might just be from how they were sitting, like while we were storing them. Like, we did give them time to like acclimate to being flat on the floor, but maybe they need a little bit more time because they are pretty thick planks. But we'll see. Oh, wait. Might as well go ahead and... Well, that's full up. Never mind. Go ahead and let that guy end. And down we go. There we go. Athena is mad because she's not outside. And I'm still talking to my computer. Yeah? You know you have the option to go talk to Dad. He's not doing anything right now. You do have that option. I can still make sure you get 2 cookies. As long as you actually use the bathroom when you go outside, you know. That is part of the stipulation. She hasn't really figured that part out, that she gets the treat if she actually uses the bathroom. She just knows that outside usually means treat. Because for the most part, she's pretty good about going outside. She's just a hound dog and gets too excited. We've got armadillos that, like, wander in between my dad, mine, and my grandpa's yards. And so she smells them, she hears them. It's just too much for her little hound dog brain. Athena, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, you know that? Yeah. With your weird stick legs. Who was right up in my ear? That wasn't you. I swear it sounded like one of them was right up in my damn ear. Oh, I am not looking at you, sir. I am minding my own business. Thank you. There we go. Oh, come on, keyboard. On my list of things that I would like to treat myself to, a keyboard that doesn't forget that I'm holding down keys on occasion. Come on. There we go. She was standing on my chair arm again. Okay, it's almost time, Bubba. You just hang out for 8 more minutes, Athena? 8 more minutes? Yeah? 8 more minutes, bub? She's such a good doggy. Here, let's pop into a bed real quick. What? I know, honey. I'm hurrying, honey. I can't make the clock tick faster. Hold on. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want none of that stuff. Alright. I think we've lopped off a pretty decent amount of the hilltop. And I'm just picturing our house like... Shoot, we could even drape it in the moss like we did the inside of the temple. And then we've obviously got that, which is going to be our new entrance, covered with moss. Ooh, or we could do glowberries. Maybe... Okay, so I'm thinking moss along the front. And then maybe glowberries along the inside or along the sides of the inside. I'm not sure. I'll have to play around with it. We do still have plenty of stuff left over from working on the temple, so we'll see what we can do there. But it is almost 9 o'clock, so start winding it down. I'm just going to keep breaking some dirt while I'm doing my usual goodbye spiel. Um, so we'll see if I finish like lopping off the top of this in my free time. Like I said many, many times. Actually, I'm not even going to repeat myself. We'll see. If not, we'll finish the last little bit of it next time. And then I'm definitely going to have to look up some inspiration ideas for how to do the house, because I definitely want to take it in a different direction from how we did the villager houses and our current house. Because, like, our current house, I was just like, Tudor style, yeah. This one I'm thinking more like, I don't know, more moss, less concrete, you know? More moss, less concrete. I think that's a good description of what I'm going for. So yeah, this up here is going to be the new base for our house. I'll find a good way to try and wind the stairs up. I don't want to do too much digging if I don't have to. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and find a relatively central point and write down the coordinates for that. That'll give me a good place to look, because what I might end up doing, since I want to keep everything that I do on the actual stream server, -3237, completely legit, 100%. I might, for some of the trial and error stuff, have Drew make a copy like I did for the temple and just see what looks good. I'd still be using the same materials we already have in our chest. If I do use anything different, we will obviously make that its own stream adventure to go get it. But yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good spot. We can see the entire village, especially if we go up a couple of levels. But yeah, I got to play around with some things. We'll see what works, what doesn't work. We will make something decent at the very least, I hope. Fingers crossed. We'll see. You can tell me if it's decent or not, actually. How about that? Also, good lord, I am so sorry for the PowerPoint presentation of the lag. Jeezums. But, like I said, the internet is garbage. Hopefully it is doing better tomorrow. We're doing Stardew tomorrow. That should be less taxing on the internet. It generally is. But we'll see. Fingers crossed, the internet's good. You know the drill though. If the stream goes down, I will try my best to get it back up. Just keep an eye out for a part 2, or a take 2 rather, and I will, of course, pop back in. If I can't, we'll just do a longer stream the next time for Stardew. You'll get a week plus however many days we weren't able to finish streaming in the first half. But yeah, let's see. I'm not sure what time we're going to start Saturday, but we are going to do a thank you for listening to me ramble stream. Since there's over 100 of y'all now that are willing to listen to me ramble. So we're going to do one of those. If you've got Minecraft builds that you want me to see, feel free to pop in for that. I will be there. YouTube will only let me stream 8 hours, so since I'm still trying to get our regular stream scheduled that day at 6, but I also want to give myself time to, go get dinner, I'll probably be going early in the day, so like 8 or 9 until 4 or 5, just depending on which one. Give you guys that are in different time zones more of an opportunity to stop by, because I know it can be um, difficult to pop into a live stream if it's like 3, 4 your time, when it's still early afternoon, early evening my time. So we're gonna do that next Saturday. Again, I'm thinking anywhere from 7, 8, or 9 in the morning until 2, 3, or 4, just depend, or 3, 4, or 5, just depends on what time I actually get started and uh my ability to wake up. But we'll still do our usual stream at the same time regardless that day. Um, for those of you that don't know, I stream every day at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time until 9 p.m. Give or take, I am human. Things happen. We are trying to work on a house to get moved in so we have better internet and also more space for our rambunctious animals. So, sometimes we run over on our time over there. Life happens. I'm human, so I'll be late sometimes. But I will try to make it up much like I did tonight, where I stayed relatively an equal amount of time to kind of make up for it. I think because I'm still technically in the game right now, it sounded like some. Oh, it was just Drew landing with his elytra. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I don't need to see that. I've still got the game pulled up. I'm just, you know, doing my goodbye spiel. But anyways, on Sundays we do a special stream at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just a noon stream. Right now we're doing House Flipper there. So feel free to pop over there on Sunday and let me know if I'm doing any good at decorating or how terribly I'm doing at decorating or what you would do differently or all of the above. Uh, we're still working on the camper bungalow, but I'm kind of holding off because the next thing we've got to do is the garden, and gardens are very specific in what they want if you want to win the garden competition. However, we could just kind of do our own thing and see how we do in the garden competition. Like, there's no rules saying we have to use the garden competition. It just gives us more value to our home if we sell it. So I think what we're gonna do, I think what I've got planned for this Sunday is working on our office right now because it's kind of dingy, kind of a kind of a dumpster fire, but it always is. It's the first home you go to. It's probably anticipated as the first one you work on too. So. Anyways, I am rambling too long. I'm fairly sure there's a doggo that wants to go outside. So before I get murdered by her, I'm gonna go take her out. Thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me tonight. I hope I see you tomorrow. If not, it's cool. I know everybody's got lives and not every stream is going to be for everybody. But I do appreciate those of y'all that do stick by. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful morning, day, afternoon, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And until next time, bye bye.